All right, so let's get into validation and maybe sanitizing some data so you can rely on quality data whenever you get into your routes. So first, let's introduce a validation schema. I have here a very basic Fastify program. So for this login, I would like to have a username and a password. So let's add in a schema to validate. So let's put in schema, and I'm gonna go schema again, and I'm gonna create a const of schema. So this object will contain what we expect for this route. So I would like to have a body. We can maybe do a Fastify schema to help us out. We can do a body here where we want to define what is this body going to be. It will be an object, and we will have some properties which will be an object as well. So in here we can put in the username. I would like it to be a string. And we want to duplicate this and put it in as a password. So for this, I would also like to put in what do we require as properties for this request body. I would like it to be the username and the password. So when this is done, we can fix it like this. I have the schema, it's put in here. And we can also put in other handlers here using this body, but let's just keep it for the like this for now. So now we can go to our handler. We should try to tell our callback handler here what do we expect for this request that this schema is enforcing. So we have a body, and we know we have a username, which is going to be a string. And here we can also have the password as a string. So now when I go, let's say I want to get the request body. I would like the username to be here. I would like the password. It's all available here. And now we can work with them. So we can also add in some more stuff. What if you're passing in an email and a username, whatever, you need to sanitize it. You want to clean it up, basically. For this to be working, we need to. I want the method to be registered here on the request part, so I can go here and say my app, which is the Fastify instance, and I want to decorate this request. I will like to call this for Sanitize, and this is going to be a method I would like to execute, which is going to be the input, which is a string, and I would like to do something here. For this example, I want to use a package I have called validator, and I would like to escape this input. And I need to import this validator from validator. So now what this does is basically replacing these characters with HTML entities. Yeah, but this is just an example. So when this is done, I will be able to call the let's say request.sanitize. But for the TypeScript to know that this method exists, we need to declare it in the Fastify requests interface. So let's do it like this: declare module Fastify. This is the interface. Fastify request. Wait, Fastify request. And here I would like to add in the sanitize input string, and this will return a string as well. So for now, we can see here we have the sanitize method. We can run this and put in the username, and this will return a new username, sanitized username. And let's just, for instance, say we do the same for the password. And we can just copy these down here. So with all this done, we basically have an application. We have schemas that will enforce our body to be in this way, and we have defined what we expect to be here for the request. We can sanitize, we can call these decorators to help us out. So let's try and test this out to see what it does. I'm gonna put in some breakpoints here. Let me format this document. So for this example, we will have a call for the login endpoint with username and password. Let's try to configure this in an invalid way. So by calling, oh, so I believe I made a mistake here. I need to call this required. Oh, required. Let's try this again. There we go. So let's try to run this with an invalid body. And what you see here, instantly you will have the validation error telling us this is a bad request and the body must have a username. So whenever I fix the username, I can put in test. It will tell us the password is actually not right. So by doing this, having a valid body, and I call this, we actually get in here and have the properties as I put in. And let's see what happens here by having the sanitize run. It will of course return the same. For us to verify it's working, let's put in one of the characters that it will escape. So that could be greater than or less than. Wait, it's up here. Let's run this. We can go down here. We have the username. It's changed to this, and it will be returned. So this is basically it for a very simple example of using decorators to, you can register it on the request, the body, the instance, wherever you want it, where you can sanitize your input, and you can also validate the data coming in. So that is it. Thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. So yeah, peace.